Welcome to a journey into the heart of leadership and inspiration. In this video, we'll explore the core ideas from Simon Sinek's influential book, Start with Why. We'll uncover why some leaders and organizations inspire action and loyalty while others struggle to stand out. Whether you're a business leader, an aspiring entrepreneur, or simply curious about what drives people to follow, this series will help you understand the power of purpose. Let's begin by setting the stage. What does it mean to truly inspire, and why does it matter in today's world? There's a crucial difference between leaders and those who lead. Leaders may hold positions of authority, but those who lead inspire us to take action. We don't follow them because we have to, but because we want to. This distinction is at the heart of Sinek's message. Think about the people or organizations you admire most. Chances are you follow them not for their titles or power, but because they stand for something meaningful. This is the foundation of true leadership. At the core of every inspiring leader or organization is a clear sense of why. This is more than just a mission statement or a set of values. It's a deep-rooted purpose, cause, or belief that drives everything they do. When leaders start with why, they tap into something fundamental in human motivation. People are drawn to those who communicate a clear purpose, and this connection goes beyond products, services, or profits. Let's look at a classic example, the Wright brothers. Despite lacking funding, formal education, or high-level connections, Wilbur and Orville Wright succeeded in achieving the first powered flight. Their passion for flying inspired a small, dedicated team to work tirelessly in a humble bicycle shop. In contrast, Samuel Pierpont Langley, with all the resources and expertise, failed. The difference: the Wright brothers started with why. Their vision and belief inspired those around them to achieve the impossible. Apple is another powerful example. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak didn't just build computers, they challenged the status quo. Their belief in empowering individuals through technology inspired not only their team but millions of customers. Apple's success wasn't just about innovative products, it was about a consistent commitment to a bigger purpose. This ability to repeat the pattern of challenging conventions and inspiring loyalty set Apple apart from its competitors. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't the only charismatic speaker of his time, but he had a unique ability to inspire. His vision for civil rights united people across the country, not through force or manipulation but through a shared sense of purpose. The famous March on Washington drew 250,000 people, not because they were told to come but because they believed in the cause. King started with why, and his leadership changed the course of history. Great leaders inspire action while others rely on manipulation. Manipulation can take many forms: price cuts, promotions, fear, peer pressure, or novelty. While these tactics can drive short-term results, they rarely build loyalty. Inspiration, on the other hand, creates a sense of belonging and purpose. People who are inspired act not because they have to, but because they want to. This is the foundation of lasting success. Manipulation works in the short term, but it comes at a cost. Companies that rely on price cuts, promotions, or fear often find themselves trapped in a cycle of diminishing returns. Customers become conditioned to expect deals and loyalty fades. Over time, this approach leads to stress, lower profits, and a struggle to stand out. True loyalty, on the other hand, is built on trust and shared purpose. We often make decisions based on assumptions or incomplete information. These assumptions shape our behavior, sometimes leading us astray. For example, many believed the world was flat, limiting exploration. Only when the truth emerged did behaviors change dramatically. In organizations, flawed assumptions can lead to poor decisions, even when backed by data. Recognizing and challenging these assumptions is key to making better choices. A story from the auto industry illustrates the difference between fixing problems after the fact and designing for success from the start. American car manufacturers used rubber mallets to adjust doors at the end of the assembly line, while Japanese manufacturers designed doors to fit perfectly from the beginning. The lesson: long-term success comes from starting with the right intention and design, not just short-term fixes. Manipulation is widespread in business. Companies use price cuts, promotions, and fear to influence customers. While these tactics can drive sales, they rarely create lasting loyalty. Over time, businesses become addicted to these quick fixes, struggling to maintain profits and customer relationships. The cycle of manipulation leads to commoditization, where products and services become indistinguishable. There's a big difference between repeat business and true loyalty. Repeat business can be bought with incentives, but loyalty is earned through inspiration and trust. Loyal customers stick with you even when competitors offer better deals. They feel a sense of partnership and belonging. This loyalty is invaluable, especially in tough times, and it's only possible when leaders start with why. Both buyers and sellers experience stress when manipulation is the norm. Customers are overwhelmed by choices and constant promotions, while companies struggle to keep up with competitors' tactics. This environment leads to anxiety, reduced well-being, and ultimately weaker organizations. The alternative is to inspire, building relationships based on shared purpose and trust. Simon Sinek introduces the concept of the golden circle, a simple but powerful model for inspirational leadership. The golden circle consists of three layers: what, how, and why. Most organizations communicate from the outside in, focusing on what they do and how they do it. But truly inspiring leaders and companies start from the inside out, beginning with why. Let's break down the golden circle. What? Every organization knows what they do, the products or services they offer. How? Some know how they do it, their unique processes or differentiators. Why? Very few can clearly articulate why they do what they do, their purpose, cause, or belief. Starting with why is what sets inspiring leaders apart. Apple's marketing is a perfect example of starting with why. Instead of focusing on product features, Apple communicates its belief in challenging the status quo and thinking differently. Their message starts with why, then explains how, and finally what. This approach creates a powerful emotional connection with customers, making them eager to buy not just a product but a piece of the vision. Compare two marketing messages. We make great computers, they're beautifully designed, simple to use, wanna buy one. Versus everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we do this is by making our products beautifully designed and simple to use. And we happen to make great computers. Wanna buy one? The second message is far more compelling because it starts with why. For Apple, products are not just things to sell, they are proof of their purpose. The design and user experience are tangible expressions of their belief in challenging the status quo. Other companies can copy features or hire talented people, but without a clear why, they can't replicate Apple's influence or loyalty. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Apple's influence extends beyond computers. Because their why is clear, customers are comfortable buying music players, phones, and even services from them. Their loyalty is to the cause, not just the product. This flexibility is only possible when an organization is driven by a clear sense of purpose, not just by what they sell. Organizations that define themselves by what they do become trapped. When their products become commodities, they struggle to stand out. Competing on price, features, or service alone is exhausting and unsustainable. Only those with a clear why can avoid this trap and build lasting success. When companies focus only on what and how, they become commodities in the eyes of customers. Milk is a classic example. Most people can't tell the difference between brands, so they choose based on price or convenience. The same pattern appears in countless industries. Only those who start with why can break free from commodity thinking. Some say Apple sells a lifestyle, but that's not the full story. People who share Apple's beliefs are drawn to the brand because it reflects their own values. The products become proof of their why. This is true for other iconic brands as well: Harley-Davidson, Prada, and more. The lifestyle comes first, the brand simply fits into it. Some argue that Apple's success is due to superior products. While quality is important, it's not enough. Many companies make great products, but without a clear why, they struggle to inspire loyalty. People are drawn to brands that reflect their own beliefs and values, not just those with the best features. What does it mean for a product to be better? The answer depends on why you want it. A Ferrari is better than a minivan for speed, but not for carrying a family. The standard of better is subjective and tied to purpose. When a company's why matches a customer, why, the connection is powerful and lasting. Ultimately, people buy products and follow leaders whose beliefs align with their own. This alignment creates loyalty, trust, and a sense of belonging. It's not about convincing people to buy, it's about attracting those who already believe what you believe. This is the essence of starting with why. Price is a common manipulation tactic. Lowering prices can drive sales, but it often leads to a race to the bottom. Customers become conditioned to expect discounts, and it becomes difficult to raise prices later. This approach erodes profit margins and makes it hard to build lasting relationships. Promotions and incentives like cashback offers or free gifts are designed to trigger purchases. While effective in the short term, they create expectations and rarely foster loyalty. Customers may buy once, but they're unlikely to stick around when the promotion ends. Fear is a powerful motivator. Companies and politicians use fear to influence decisions, whether it's about missing out, safety, or security. While fear can drive action, it doesn't create trust or loyalty. People act to avoid negative outcomes, not because they believe in the cause. Aspirational messages promise a better future, 6 steps to happiness, or a new you. These messages appeal to desires and dreams, but without inspiration, the effect is fleeting. People may buy a gym membership, but only those inspired by a deeper purpose will stick with it. Peer pressure is another common tactic. Advertisers use statistics, expert endorsements, or celebrity influence to sway decisions. While this can be effective, it relies on external validation rather than internal belief. True loyalty comes from shared purpose, not just following the crowd. Novelty, or the promise of innovation, is often used to attract attention. New features or designs can drive sales, but unless they're tied to a deeper purpose, their impact fades quickly. True innovation changes industries, novelty just adds another option. When companies rely on manipulation, they enter a downward spiral. Each new tactic must be bigger or more enticing than the last. Over time, this erodes margins, increases stress, and makes it harder to stand out. Only by starting with why can organizations break free from this cycle. Manipulation is effective for one-time transactions, but not for building relationships. If you want repeat business or lasting support, you need to inspire. This is true in business, politics, and even personal life. Relationships built on shared purpose are stronger and more resilient. Loyal customers and employees are invaluable. They stick with you through tough times, support your vision, and even advocate for your brand. Loyalty can't be bought with discounts or promotions, it must be earned through inspiration and trust. This is the hallmark of great leaders and organizations. The constant pressure to manipulate and compete on features, price, or promotions creates stress for both companies and customers. This stress affects well-being, productivity, and even health. A better way is possible, one that focuses on purpose, trust, and inspiration. The 2008 economic crisis is a stark example of what happens when manipulation becomes the norm. Short-term incentives, risky decisions, and lack of loyalty led to collapse. The lesson is clear. Sustainable success requires more than quick fixes. It demands a foundation of trust and shared purpose. There is an alternative to manipulation: inspiration. By starting with why, leaders and organizations can create lasting influence, loyalty, and success. The Golden Circle provides a roadmap for this approach, helping us understand how to communicate, act, and lead from the inside out. The Golden Circle was inspired by the Golden Ratio, a mathematical pattern found in nature, art, and architecture. Just as the Golden Ratio brings order and beauty, the Golden Circle brings clarity and predictability to human behavior. It helps us understand why some leaders and organizations achieve extraordinary influence. The Golden Circle isn't just a theory, it has practical applications. It can improve leadership, corporate culture, hearing, product development, sales, and marketing. By starting with why, organizations can create momentum, loyalty, and even spark social movements. Inspiring leaders and organizations communicate, act, and think from the inside out. They start with why, then move to how, and finally what. This approach resonates deeply, creating a sense of trust and belonging. It's the opposite of the conventional outside-in approach. Let's revisit Apple's approach. Their message isn't just about computers or features, it's about challenging the status quo and empowering individuals. This why is evident in every product, campaign, and customer interaction. It's why people line up for new releases and remain fiercely loyal. Apple's evolution from computers to music players, phones, and beyond is proof of the power of why. Customers trust Apple to deliver on its purpose, regardless of the product category. This trust is built over time through consistent messaging and action. Competitors can copy features, hire talent, or even mimic marketing, but without a clear why, they can't replicate Apple's success. Companies like Dell or Gateway tried to expand into new categories but failed to inspire the same loyalty. The difference is purpose, not just product. For organizations stuck in commodity thinking, the path forward is to rediscover their founding purpose. By reconnecting with why they exist, companies can inspire employees, attract loyal customers, and achieve lasting success. It's never too late to start with why. As we wrap up, consider this challenge: in your work, your organization, or your life, start with why. Ask yourself what drives you, what you believe in, and how you can inspire others. By focusing on purpose, you can build trust, loyalty, and lasting impact. The journey to great leadership and influence begins with a single question: why?